Those who can do. Those who can't talk about those who can. Now, can you or can you not? Are you just one that sits on the sideline and talk about other people, or can you step up?
Oh my goodness. Good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It is Saturday, and I hope all your weekend dreams come true. It is amazing. It's amazing how much hate there is in the world. You know, when you go on Twitter, boy, you know, it is literally a fight. So I go on Twitter this morning and I see a picture of me sitting over there in the chair there, and people are saying he's not, you know, a 49er fan, that he's not a Cowboy fan. He is nothing but a Dak Prescott fan, blah, 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 blah. You know, let me clarify something. I was a Dallas Cowboy fan before Dak Prescott was ever born. I was a Dallas Cowboy fan before most of you were probably born. I literally was a Dallas Cowboy fan when my nose was just running, just like a little baby, before they ever won a Super Bowl, before they were America's team. They were the team that couldn't win the big one. They lost to the Green Bay Packers a couple of times in the NFC Championship game. They were known as the great regular season team, but couldn't win it when it counts. Until they did. So don't question my love of the Cowboys, where it's about the star. The reason I talk about Dak Prescott being my quarterback is it's the best option that they have right now. You may not think about it being that. But honestly, the solutions I hear from people to say, you know, move on from Dak, let's just start over. You know, they'll say, you know, let's go up and get Secure Sanders next year. Well, the problem with that is he'll probably be a top 3, if not a top 1 quarterback. And unless we lose every game, and I hate to tell you guys that we're a better team than the worst team in the NFL. We actually have a really good team. I know it doesn't seem like it because of free agency, but we do. I want you to understand that the San Francisco 49ers were sitting there at 12. They gave up 3 number ones in a couple of seconds to move up 9 spaces to take a gamble on Trey Lance. 9 spaces. 9 spaces was 3 number ones. I put out here from 2020 where Doug Gottlieb said, you know, the Cowboys should walk away from Dak Prescott and draft Tua. You know, his mind, well, it'll take 2 number ones. If we had taken those 2 number ones to move up to Tua, we wouldn't have been here with Micah Parsons or CeeDee Lamb. Do you think would have been a better team there? So now I'm hearing that we should take, I can't remember his name, but and I got to start working on the prospects, but take a quarterback in the first round. One of the few things you can say the Cowboys have done right has been drafting in the first round. And we have holes. We need help on the offensive line. We need a running back. If you get a quarterback, I don't care if it's going to be Dak Prescott or anybody else. The reality is if you think you're going to win a Super Bowl and not do anything but change the quarterback, it ain't going to happen, bro. We've been down there. We saw what it was like with Tony Romo, how close we were and just fell a little bit short. And without Tony Romo in 2015, where we were 4-12. Then Dak Prescott comes through, takes that same team that was 4-12 and goes 13-3. Mind you, we're close. And for all those out there saying, well, Dak is not the one that can elevate the team, I hate to tell you that there's not that many of those guys out there, and your chances of getting one aren't great. But here's the thing. If you want to blame Dak Prescott and say that his contract costs too much money, it does cost too much money. I can agree with that. But you can't blame the quarterback and the agent. You got to understand that Jerry Jones has been the one that's been gambling. And because they are constantly waiting till the last minute, his mottos of deadlines get deals done have cost them money. I want to go back for you guys. I want to go back a little bit to see how we got here. Because you had one of the most affordable quarterbacks in football. Dak Prescott will play whatever becomes of the 2020 season under a one-year franchise tag after the Cowboys and the star quarterback couldn't agree on a long-term contract. Clubs had until Wednesday afternoon to reach multi-year deals with players given the franchise tag. Of the 14 tagged in March, 2 have agreements, including NFL rusher Derrick Henry in Tennessee just before the deadline. 2 more, Cincinnati receiver A.J. Green and defenseman Yannick Ngakoue of Jacksonville haven't signed their one-year contract. It goes with the tag. Okay. Prescott signed a $31.4 million contract in June. The 2016 NFL Rookie of the Year earned slightly more than $4 million total in his first 4 years as a rookie. Yeah. So understand that the Cowboys could have started negotiating after the third year, after he'd only made $2 million. They waited. They basically said, prove it again. And then he got $2 million at year number 4. The Cowboys and Prescott have been working for more than a year on a long-term contract for the 2-time Pro Bowler who has started every game of his career. Dallas owner Jerry Jones said repeatedly he considers Prescott a franchise quarterback for years to come. If so, his fate will be different than other quarterbacks that have played under the franchise tag. Drew Brees won the Super Bowl and became NFL's all-time leading passer in New Orleans after playing under the tag with San Diego in 2005. Cousins went to Minnesota after tagged twice for Washington. Now the third $100 million plus contract in history. Romo had the first, and we'll have to wait until at least 2021 when the Cowboys could put the franchise tag on Prescott again at $38 million. So here's the thing. You had year number 3 and 4 to get a deal done. Had you gotten that deal done then, that was back when it was like $28 million. The Joneses kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. The longer you wait, and if you worked on it for a year, you should have gotten this thing done. You wouldn't have had the $31 million franchise tag hit there, and you would have had a longer deal, cheaper. So when people turn around and say, well, Dak wants the bag, if you've done the same job as everybody else, and at that time, Aaron Rodgers was getting $2 million a game. $2 million a game when Dak Prescott was getting $50,000? $2 million a game is what Aaron Rodgers was getting. Dak Prescott was getting $50,000. So when you have a chance to get some money, do you look at that and say, you know what, I'll take $100,000 a game, because I was making so little? You want to get made whole. And so here we are again. The Cowboys failed to get that contract done last year, again, this year. And now we're sitting here going through because it's a lot of money and they, of course, won't do it. Now, I will say that maybe it's better to take the bullet right now at the $55 million, knowing that if we get CD done, then we'll probably get another $10 million. You got $9.5 million that's coming with Michael Gallup's money with the 5 they have. That's $25 million that they have basically going into the season. They'll sign a bunch of older veterans that'll probably cost them, $10 million collectively. Their rookie class will probably cost them $6 million or so. And so they'll still have about 10 going into the season, and they can do that. They're not going to make a big splash with somebody, not unless they end up converting. But I think they're looking at it and saying, we got to clear our books now, and then we'll do the deal after the season. And I think that's where there's a handshake between Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. But it's so funny, though, that there's nothing original anymore. That the conversations that we're having right now are the exact same ones we had before about Dak Prescott. Let me give you an example here because I find this one almost hilarious. Just listen in on this one. This is just hilarious. What has changed, friends? What has changed? Absolutely positively nothing, because here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. So Dak Prescott signed that $160 million deal. Yeah. Had they got it done the year before, probably would have saved him about $50 million. But again, they wait and wait and wait and wait, and they get themselves in bad positions. Had they got it done while there's still time on the contract, they could have spread the hits out further. But by waiting till the end, it costs you money. So when you go through and you're pissed off at Dak Prescott's contract, make sure you go and you put the venom where it belongs. The Cowboys have time to get these things done. They had time to get Zeke Elliott's done, but instead they let him fly to Cabo and hold out and literally put a gun to their head, and then you panic and sign a contract that is crazy that sets the franchise back. This is where I think the Cowboys, honestly, if you don't want the Cowboys to get, Jerry, I know you like to be owner and GM and all that. That's fine. I get that, okay? Just hire somebody who is actually a cap and contract wizard. They can work under Stephen Jones. Just have Stephen Jones sign off on them. Because clearly, what you're doing with the contracts, it's not good. The way you're negotiating the contracts, it's taking too long, and you're waiting. And see, as they always say, the early bird gets the worm. There you have it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Peace out.